but she was a St. Louis Magazine single last year, and then we had her pick her 10 favorite eco things. So I know a lot about Molly, but I've never met her before, so I knew of her awesomeness before actually meeting her in person, so it was great to meet her tonight. So Molly has done so much stuff. It's like I've got pages and pages and little scripts in the. So I hope I can get through all of this in good time, because we've got a lot of people coming up to the mic tonight. But she's very young and she's accomplished a lot. Right now, her big project is Earth Dance, which is she's preserving a historic organic farm in Missouri, and the concept behind it is FARM. They have an acronym called FARMS, which is Food, Art, Relationships, and Music Sustainably. And the thing I find so interesting about that, I think the connection that she's made, that is, I mean, there's a lot of people doing ecological stuff, but it's kind of broken off from culture. It's not grounded in anything. And I think what sets Molly's project apart is that it's grounded in culture. It's grounded in community. There was a little quote that she had put on one of her. It was on her. It was an alumni thing for like a former student kind of thing that she did for Eckerd College, so I'm cribbing from that. I'm sorry, Molly, I'm going to embarrass you here. But she had a quote that she posted on here as a alum, and I wanted to read it because I thought it gave a really good sense of her maturity and her wisdom. And so she's talking about taking part in service learning in college, but I think it's a much broader thing. So she said, it gives us a sense that what we do and how we live our lives does matter, and the validation of our existence takes the service to another realm. Even service at its most physical grunt work level, like building a house or digging up non-native species in a restoration area, brings the doer to another place, one where the collective experience and the common good surpass individual desires or needs. Some call service a spiritual practice. I would agree, and that it lifts our spirits and those of others, but I'd also like to call it a human practice. Without serving each other, wouldn't we be inhuman? I think it's our natural state of being, what we all really want to do. We just let too many other distractions get in the way sometimes. And she, at this very young age, has not allowed that to get in the way, like yours truly does, and I'm sure a lot of other people. She's also, when she was in college, she is the founding director of something called the Fiji Organic Project, which helps promote sustainable agriculture and the sugarcane industry over in Fiji. She worked with her family's screen printing business to do green t-shirts. And there's like, I mean, look at this, it's a lot of stuff. I mean, mostly I wanted to talk about the earth.
Last night, Earth Dance had its biggest party and fundraiser of the year called Pesto Festo. Yeah. I know some people in the room were there. Thanks, Jay. Rebecca did an awesome filmatic. You'll be hearing more from her up here later. And it was truly a celebration, a community celebration of local farms. And I just want to announce that if anyone is interested in learning the skills of organic farming, we are planning to have 25 apprentices working with us on the Miller Farm next year doing the organic farming training program. And I also, of course, have to give a shout out to Family Biz. If anyone needs some t-shirts, go see my sister or dad there in the corner, Sports Print up in Ferguson. The Miller Farm is in Ferguson. It's on South Dade Avenue. I actually just moved up there, so I am truly a Ferguson girl now. My dad grew up there, so I'm going back to the real roots. And speaking of my dad, what I really want to say tonight is that this is really for my parents, because I was thinking about, you know, what do you say when you get an award? Okay, you do the typical things, but I was remembering a little crafty gift I made for my mom for Mother's Day one year that said, it was a Mary Engelbreit card. I made a little shadow box, and it was a quote from Abe Lincoln that said, "All that I am or hope to be, I owe to my mother." And I would say, all that I am or hope to be, I owe to my mother and father. earlier this year, my dad had some health scares, and the experience of going through that with both of my parents up at the Mayo Clinic in Rochester, Minnesota, kind of showed me a lot of different things about life. Not only that, you know, if you really persist, you can make it. And my dad, right in the back of the room, is proof of that. Complete odds against this rare form of lymphoma he was finally diagnosed with early this year. And the other two things, you know, they certainly are the people that showed me that serving your community is what it's all about. But seeing the two of them together has also shown me that love is what it's all about, and that I really think love heals. So I'll just end with that. Love heals.